and two other lovely ladies in the business are going to run through our fantastic business opportunity, just to give you a little bit of insight into the company. So myself, Helen Russell, I'm going to run through a little bit of background about the company. The lovely Kate McRae is going to go through our amazing product range, and then the fantastic Faye Dougan is going to go through the very exciting part, which is the income opportunity, which I'm sure that's what you're all interested in this evening. So my name is Helen Russell, as I said. I joined Forever about a year ago now. My background is I work as a chartered surveyor, and I'm an associate director in the firm that I work in. So I do have a good job. It is relatively well paid, and I do enjoy it. But I'm married, I've got a little girl who's nearly 3, and when I was on maternity leave with my little girl, I could only afford to actually take off 6 months from work. So ever since then, I've always been kind of looking for something else, really just to kind of save up a bit of money, so that if we did have any more family, then I could take off a little bit more time than just the 6 months. But what I found with Forever is skip sort of a year later, and it now the money that I make through Forever is actually over my full-time wage. So I have now actually handed my notice at work, and I am working my notice period, which is very exciting. I can't wait. I have got 3 months to go though yet, so a little while yet before I can do it full-time. But yeah, it is fantastic what it can do for you. So Faye, do you want to go on the next slide, please? So everyone in our lives has challenges. These challenges can be different to everybody. A lot of people, we probably are plugging in from the northeast, we've obviously been quite badly hit by the recession. I know a lot of my friends were made redundant. I'm sure all of you will know somebody who's been made redundant. There are just lack of job security, not just in the northeast but everywhere. And I think probably because of that, a lot of people are forced really to work longer hours for not much pay or not any pay. I know myself, if I work overtime, I quite often work till sort of 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I don't get that time back. I don't get paid for any extra for it. Some people have longer commutes. So we have an office in Carlisle. Again, I'll go over there quite often, and again, I don't get paid any extra for that. Just basically not unhappy, but probably in our jobs really at the minute. There are a lot of people as well who haven't got very good pension options. I know myself, I actually only started paying into my pension a couple of years ago, and I'm 31. I probably should have thought of that before now, but never mind. And I think it's forecasted to give me like a few £1,000s a year, like nowhere near my full-time wage. And I think a lot of people, even in like civil servants and things that used to get really good pension options, are now rubbish, basically. So yeah, we've all got different challenges that we want to find a solution to. So Faye, do you want to go to the next one? And these challenges give everybody needs. You know, we all have needs. We all, and again, these needs are different to everybody. So some people might want a better lifestyle. I know myself, that was probably one of the things that I was kind of looking for as well. Just to be able to have more time at home with the family, more time to travel, not have to ask the boss for when I can have time off. Financial independence, or extra cash. Might want to pay off some debts, might want that pension option, like I said on the last slide. Some people are looking for a new way of working. You know, working from home, being your own boss, they're all things that tick the box for me, especially with having a little one. And being able to help other people, because that's what this business does, that's what we do. We, you know, help other people build a business for themselves, basically. Some people are looking for success, fulfillment, recognition. I know in a lot of our jobs these days, I don't really get recognised that much, other than if I'm late or if I'm off or haven't done something on time. So yeah, some people are just looking for, you know, a little bit of extra fulfillment in their lives. Some people are looking for a healthier way of living, a better lifestyle. Working from home can certainly provide that. And what all of these things do is just provide us with a better peace of mind. So who are Forever? Some of you might have heard of Forever. I hadn't actually when I joined this company. I'd never heard of them at all. We were founded by the gentleman you can see in the screen there. He's Rex Morn. He started the company in 1978 in America, and it's just basically grown from there. So he started the company actually in his garage, and he was with some of his family members, and that's who's sort of in charge of the firm now. The mission statement that we've got on the screen there really always makes me smile, because the fact it's got fun in it. I know our mission statement or business statement or whatever at work certainly doesn't have fun in it, and we do have a lot of fun. And basically Rex wanted to build a company to help other people build a business for themselves, and he also he found the benefits of aloe vera and basically wanted to be a world leader within the field of aloe vera, because you know realise the benefits that it can have for people. Kate will explain a bit more about that on when she goes into the products. But we are now in over 100. As I said, Rex started the company 37 years ago now, and the management team that was in place then is still actually in place now. So his son, I think, has taken over the reins a little bit, because as you've probably seen in the photograph, he is getting on a bit now, bless him. But his son's still in the business. He still has a helping hand in the business, and that senior management team's been in place from day one. We have over 2.6 billion turnover worldwide, which is fantastic, considering I bet some of you on this call hadn't actually heard of Forever before tonight. And we also own $1.5 billion worth of assets. So they basically underpin Forever, so it just means that we're a really safe and secure company, which really ticked the box for me, because I have got a secure job now and obviously didn't want to invest in something that wasn't secure. So some of those assets are things like hotels, golf clubs. We actually own part of the Grand Canyon, and if anyone is mature enough that they used to watch Dallas, we actually own South Fork Ranch, where Dallas is filmed, and Rex actually owns that, but just rents it back to the production company to film there. So there's a little fact for you there. We are completely cash rich, debt free. We've never had any borrowings whatsoever, which for a company of this size is unbelievable, really. Most, businesses these days have got a lot of debt. Our credit rating is actually AAA rated, which means we're better than America, which is quite strange. So Forever, as you can see on the graph here, has just consistently grown year on year, never plateaued, never dipped, just continued to grow. So if you look in around the 1990 to 1994 slide onwards, we basically doubled around the 90s, which was our last recession, and throughout this second recession that we've just come out of, our turnover is set to kind of double again, and that's basically the marketplace that we're in. People still want to look good, feel good, use our products, but people also want to join the business because they're looking for something else if they haven't got job security and things where there are. So do you want to go on the next one, Faye? So into the UK, we have an turnover, I think this was actually last year's turnover was 75 million, and it's predicted to be probably possibly double this year. We've really grown loads this year, which is fab. We have been around in the UK since 1993 and have continued to grow since then. So the picture that you can see in the on the screen now is Longbridge Manor, and that's our head office, which Rex actually owns this as well, and owns head offices in every single country that we're in. That's some of the assets that I was talking about before. And this is really lovely building, amazing setting. And we as business owners can actually go and visit there anytime you want. It's an open door policy. You can go and meet the staff. You can go and just have a cup of tea, have a chat with the staff. Yeah, it's a really, really fab place to go and visit. We also have Investors and People at gold status, which I don't know if any of you have heard of Investors and People before, but it's really, really difficult accreditation to get. I think some of the companies in the UK have got it who are like Marks and Spencer's, McDonald's maybe, but Forever's actually got it to gold standard, and I think there's actually less than 10 anyway companies in the UK that actually have that. And that basically is where the government goes into the business and checks what they're doing, whether it's basically how they train the staff and how they look after the staff and what they're doing. And yeah, we've got that at the highest level. We've also got what's called the Direct Selling Association accreditation, and that's basically because we don't have shops as such, and people can't come in and obviously check every single owner. They come in and check over Forever, and it's just basically a professional body that check because we are selling directly to the public. They also look at things like our literature and stuff like that, and check that that's all compliant. So that's really good. So yeah, that's just a little bit about our background. I'll now hand you over to the lovely Kate McRae, who's going to talk over our products.
Thank you, Helen. So as Helen said, my name's Kate McRae. I hope you can all hear me all right. So my name is Kate, like I've just said. I'm 26 years old, and I've been in the business for around 11 months now. So my background was quite varied. I went to university and studied a sports therapy degree. At the end of that, I expected to have a really great career, to be really financially free. But in reality, what happened was I graduated with around £15,000 worth of debt. And quite quickly I had to find a job which was going to help me to pay the bills. So I've worked in all sorts of environments, call centres, I worked abroad as a holiday rep, but now I'm actually a full-time Forever business owner. So I actually only work for myself, which is amazing thing, as I have complete freedom, complete flexibility, and I do what I want when I want, which I absolutely love. But most importantly, I get to work with friends and people that I love spending time with, so I don't have any negative Nellies around me like I used to in my office. So what this business has actually done for me in such a short space of time, it now earns me an amazing income each and every month, which increases month upon month. Some months I've actually had a pay increase of around £1,000, which would have taken me years to actually achieve in a normal conventional job. What it's also done for me is the company now pay for my brand new Audi for the next 3 years, which is absolutely incredible. And I'm very close to qualifying for 2 all-inclusive holidays next year. So to say it's changed my life is pretty much an understatement. And I don't say anything like that to impress you. I just say it to impress upon you what can actually be achieved in such a short space of time. So basically with Forever, we are very unique. As Helen said, we are brand leaders, and that's what Rex intended us to be. And that's exactly what we are. So why Forever Living products compared to the high street or products where you may have seen aloe vera inside of them before? Well, Forever Living as a company, we are the world's biggest growers and cultivators of aloe vera globally. We actually don't use anything unnatural on the plants which may detriment it or harm it. All that we actually use is natural products, and all that we basically on the plants, what we don't include is anything like a herbicide, pesticide, insecticides or fertilizers, because we don't want to actually add anything unnatural to the plant as it's growing and maturing. Once the plant's ready to harvest, we do everything by hand, because actually if you've ever seen a green aloe vera plant before, the outer leaf, the green bit, that's actually toxic towards humans and animals. So we like to control what we put in our products, so that's why we do everything by hand. So what we do is we only use the inner leaf gel. So that's like a nice squidgy gel-like substance, which basically is full of nutrition and full of vitamins and minerals. We hand fillet that out, and then all we do is we cold press it to keep it alive, because obviously aloe vera is very similar to something like an apple. So if you cut open an apple and left it on your kitchen bench, the oxygen would start to decay and rot that. So exactly the same thing happens with an aloe vera plant. So we cold press it and we stabilize it using our unique patented stabilization process, which is copywritten specifically for Forever Living. And all that we add is natural fruit juices such as lemon and lime juice, and then that prolongs the life of the plant. What makes us really different is that we put 100% aloe vera into every single product that we have. And then we make a little few more adjustments just to make it up into the product which it needs to be. And all of those things combined, so the hand filleting, this patented stabilization process, and the fact that we control the land that the plants are planted on, therefore creates a superior quality product all in all. So compared to the high street, your high street products might have chemicals in which may have killed the plant, and also it might not be 100% aloe in there, it might just be a small percentage. Now don't worry if you don't know anything about aloe vera. I was completely clueless to the plant. All I'd ever used it on was sunburn. But if you are thinking, how am I going to learn about it? Don't panic, because these amazing guys that you can see on the screen, that is our professional advisory board. Now, they're all massively high up in the fields that they've studied in. And what they do is they come around the UK every month of the year and they provide us with fantastic aloe vera training. So the first gentleman that you can see on the screen, that's Dr. Peter Atherton. Now, his background, he was a GP, he owned his own surgery, and he was brought in one of our products by a client of his, or a patient, should I say. Now, this patient had suffered from a really severe skin condition for quite some years, and nothing they'd used had cleared it up, until the cream, which was called Propolis cream, was used on the patient's skin, and the skin condition completely cleared up. So Dr. Peter Atherton went and studied the effects of aloe vera on the skin, and now he's written lots of literature which is available around the world, and he really is a brand and aloe vera leader within his field. He's actually used some of our products within Great Ormond Street on the Burns unit, so he really believes in our products and actually backs them up massively. The lady that you can see called Dawn Parker, that's our nutrition expert, and she had a background in Clarence. She worked for the company for 25 years and fancied a bit more of a holistic approach, and that's exactly what Forever can offer. The gentleman that you can see there called Dr. David H, he is a veterinary surgeon, because believe it or not, most of the products can be used on animals as well as us. So he's got brilliant knowledge in the field of animals, so what he doesn't know isn't worth knowing. The last lady on the screen there is Louise Riley. So she's our skincare, cosmetics and sports product advisor. So all of those guys, like I say, come up and down the country and give us the training that we need. So the products have all got some fantastic stamps of approval. The first stamp of approval, which really got rid of my skepticism, because believe it or not, I was really skeptical when I first came across this business. I'd never come across the products before. I was introduced to the business by a girl that I used to go to school with, but I really thought, well, I'm going to have to use these products to really gain belief in them, to then obviously recommend them to other people. So what really got rid of my skepticism is the unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee that comes with every single product that we offer. Now, the reason it got rid of that skepticism is I realised that the business turns over $2.6 billion annually. So if the products didn't work, surely everyone would use this 60-day money-back guarantee and send them back. Now, it's brilliant as a business owner because this backs you up, but it's also great as a customer because if you want to try the products, it's almost like a try before you buy. The second stamp of approval we've got is animal friendly. So we don't test a single product or an ingredient on an animal, and we never buy outsourced information from anywhere else. All that we do is really controlled environment research. We are then a global company, so we trade in 158 countries, like Helen said. So we have to cater for everybody's needs. So we do have the halal, kosher, and Islamic stamps of approval. And last but not least, we are Aloe Science Council certified. This basically means that all of the ethics behind how we grow and cultivate all of our aloe is really massively high standard. So we actually own farms in the Dominican Republic and Arizona, where all of the farmers and their families have medical care, and they're actually paid an amazing wage. So it's really ethical in terms of that. Not only that, the whole plant is recycled throughout the growing process. So actually the green part is replanted into the ground, and that acts as our fertilizer. So the product range is quite extensive. So we do over 300 in total. The company have different marketplaces which we're part of, which are all absolutely booming at the moment. The first one is health and wellness. So there are nutritional drinks, which is the yellow bottle that you can see on the screen there. The second sector is weight management and fitness, beauty and cosmetics, animal and home, and we also do personal care, which isn't even on there. So obviously we do something for absolutely everyone of every age, something from everyone from the nursery to the nursing home. So an important question you'll probably be asking yourself right now is, who's going to buy these from me? Now, the answer to that is absolutely everybody that you know is a potential customer. Now, I only actually have around 11 customers who come to me month in, month out to purchase their products because they absolutely love them. The products actually speak volumes for themselves. So once the customer has it in their hands, they just come back to you month in, month out for their restockage, basically. Now, my customers tend to be my friends and family, people that I know from Facebook, and people that I used to go to school with and actually socialise with on a day-to-day basis. So the next question I had to ask myself was, would I use these products myself? And the answer is absolutely, but I had to try them first myself so that I could gain belief in them. And then that meant that I could share the amazing stories and the amazing health benefits that these products have given me. So I'm just going to talk you through two of my favourite products, which I've absolutely loved using, which have majorly changed my health significantly. So the first one is our brilliant aloe vera drinking gel. And this is a health tonic, which you take on an empty stomach on a morning. You're not going to have to drink gallons of the stuff. All you're going to have to do is drink a 60ml shot on an empty stomach. And what the purpose of this drinking gel does is basically all of our food these days severely lacks in nutrition. So we actually struggle to receive the nutrition that we need on a day-to-day basis. Because of that, we actually can find that we get significant health problems arise. We have symptoms, we have things that our body cannot actually cope with. So what this drink actually does, per 60ml shot, it contains 200 compounds, 75 vitamins and minerals, and actually 19 amino acids. So it's basically giving your body all of the nutrition that it's lacking every single day. What it also helps to do is to cleanse the bowel, and really naturally, so really helps with digestive issues. And it's really high in vitamin C, so it's brilliant for the immune system to keep it nice and strong. What I've massively noticed this has helped me with is my energy levels. I used to struggle on an afternoon with an afternoon slump, whereas now I have all of the energy that I could ever possibly need. And I've actually noticed that I really perform at the gym much better when I exercise as well. Another health benefit it's given me is I used to suffer from a skin condition, whereas this now has absolutely cleared this skin condition up for me. The second product, which I absolutely love, is our aloe deodorant, which might sound quite weird because you're probably thinking, what's so great about a deodorant? Well, the deodorant that we have doesn't contain a controversial ingredient called aluminium salt. If you've ever looked into aluminium salts before, they can be quite closely linked to breast lumps in both men and women. So first of all, the reason I love this is because I know that I'm not putting myself at risk by putting something dangerous like aluminium onto my skin. Also, the second reason I love it is that it doesn't leave white marks on my black clothing. It smells amazing, it doesn't sting after shaving, and you can actually use it as a leg shimmer when you go out on a night out. So it's got multi-uses, that one. Not only that, it's £6 and lasted my last one lasted me 7 months. So it's very economical, brilliant for the environment, and yeah, just really cost effective. So what the company do, as you can tell, I'm massively passionate about the products, and the only reason that I am is because I've used them. So I can actually go now and tell all of my friends and family and people that I actually care about all the amazing health benefits that these have given me. So what the company do for you to do exactly the same is they put 20 of the best selling products into a box. Now the box is £199.75, so you're actually getting change out of £200 to start up a brand new business. Most conventional businesses these days cost around £30,000 to £50,000 to start up, and you're actually going to be doing it for under 200. As you can see on the screen, you also get literature and everything that you're going to need to get your business up and running and off to a flying start. You're going to get the drinking gels to drink, all of the personal care to try, and lots of our other amazing skin products and supplements to also try. So what I'm going to do now is pass you on to the lovely Faye Dougan, who's going to take you through the most exciting part, which is the income. So that's probably why you're all logged in tonight. So you're going to see how much of an income you're going to get for just that really small one-off investment.
Hi, thank you very much, Kate. That was wonderful. As Kate said, my name's Faye, and I'm going to take you through the income opportunity tonight. Before I do that, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. So my background is in the police service, so I'm a full-time police officer, which is what I've done for the last 8 years. And I was introduced to Forever around about a year ago, whilst I was on maternity leave with my little boy. And when I was introduced to the company, I saw it as a chance to earn a couple of extra £100 just to top up my maternity pay whilst I was off. And that was all really. But then since being involved in the company, I've been able to see what a fantastic company it really is, and that the opportunity is just limitless. The business model is absolutely fantastic, and it's just totally blown me away. So I now earn more doing my Forever business than I do in my police career, which is absolutely amazing. It's meant that I could reduce my hours at work, so I do reduce my hours slightly at work, and I know that in a couple of months from now I won't have to go into work and work that any hours at all. I can work my Forever business full time, so it's just really, really exciting. So the figures I'll be going through with you tonight are from our company database. So some of them are quite small, some of them are really, really big, but they are all genuine figures, and they don't come without that four-letter word of work. So Kate's taking you through the products and the fact that we do put a box together for you to get your business started, which is absolutely fantastic, but you do have to actually do something with that box to get your business going. So it isn't good to just start growing money from it. But the work that we do is good fun. Now, when Helen told you a little bit about the company and background, she told you that the UK turnover was in excess of £75 million and that it was about to hit 100 million this year. Well, if you bear that in mind and look at the marketplaces that we're in, so within the vitamins and supplements, it's worth £660 million in the UK. Beauty industry is worth 8.4 billion in the UK. Sports and nutrition worth 90 million, and that's not even covering two of our biggest ranges, which is weight management and animal care. So by us turning over 100 million in a year, we haven't even scratched the surface. So you can see from that slide there the massive, massive potential. And I'm more excited now for people who are looking at this company for the first time, because there's a lot more people who have heard of Forever, which means that it's a lot easier to talk to people about, and also they want to know more about the company because they've heard little bits as well. So it makes it really, really simple. So Kate's obviously told you that absolutely anybody can be a customer, and you can find them absolutely anywhere. So just like when you go to a restaurant and you enjoy a meal, you would then go and talk about that to friends and family and recommend that restaurant. Or if you've been to see a really good film as well, you would do exactly the same. And that's all we do with our products. So the products you get in your business starter pack, you just start using them, and then you just can't help but talk to people about them. And that can be anybody at work, people who are at the gym, people you care about, or just people at the school. It's absolutely anybody that you meet. So we have different types of income within the business. The first type of income I will cover is retail. So what we do with retail is just start using the products and sharing them with people that we care about. So maybe friends and family. By doing that, you're going to earn around about £200 to £400 per month, and that's based on having 20 to 30 customers. So you really don't need a lot of customers, it's just a handful. So for most people, £200 to £300 a month, you might think, well, that doesn't sound like a lot. But I know for me, before I started this business, I didn't have a spare £200 to £400 at the end of the month. And if somebody was offering me that, I would have snapped their hand off. So for a lot of people, that is going to make a big difference. It might be that it's just going to help towards mortgage payment or rent, or even like your car payment maybe. If, however, that wasn't enough for you, we do have a team building income. So what we do with a team building income is we still look after our 20 to 30 customers, but then we also share the opportunity with people that we know. And what those people are going to do is help to multiply your time. So if you can all think of two people, hopefully you've all got two friends, yeah? So if you introduce this business to two people, and then you help them to introduce it to two people, they introduce it to two people, and then they introduce it to two people. So before you know it, you've got 30 people in your team, and 600 customers are being serviced through our products. So all you've done there is introduce two people you know, and then show them how to do that. So all you're doing is looking after your same 20 to 30 customers, and then share the opportunity with two people. What that's going to do is create what we call a manager style business, and that would earn you anywhere in the region of £800 to £2,000. Now, how does that sound for people? Does that sound a lot better? An extra 800 to 2,000 people per month? You're going to be able to start to do some really good things for that kind of income, aren't you? Maybe you're not quite as impressed with that and you want to go higher. We can certainly do that for you. So if you can think of two people, can you think of five people? If you can think of five people using the same principle, you introduce this to 5 friends and family. They introduce it to 5 people that they know. They introduce it to 5 people that they know. They introduce it to 5 people that they know. So before you know it, you've got 780 team members, and you're then servicing 15,600 customers. But all you're really doing is looking after your 20 to 30 customers yourself, and then you're helping the 5 people who you've introduced to the business. So it's all manageable. When your business gets to that size, if you can imagine just getting paid £1 for every customer, that would be absolutely crazy. But the way in which we get paid is quite unique. As Helen explained before, we're in 158 countries, which means that we would have 158 different currencies to contend with. But forever I've thought about this. So what they've developed is an internal currency. So it's a little bit like a euro. So it just means that anybody who buys a deodorant in France or Australia or here in the UK, we can all have the same internal currency. So we know that it's worth a certain case credit. So you can see on the image there that the deodorant is worth 0.027 case credits. So that's the same in any country that we operate in. Now, 1 case credit is worth approximately £166 wholesale or £237 retail. But all the values are worked out for you, so you don't really need to worry about it. So all that I forever ask is for you to be 4 case credit active. Now what that means is you would be putting through four case credits on a bare minimum through your business, which is going to give you an immediate income. It's also a really good business building discipline. So it shows that you're building your team, you're introducing the company to other people, but it also puts you en route to getting your team building bonus as well, which is the important part. And it's dead easy to do your 4 case credits, because all you do is use the products yourself. So you're buying them yourself, you're sharing them with people, and then you're also building a team. Now, how we get paid, there's 2 different routes into the business. The first one there is a novice customer, and this is for somebody really who is a really good customer who buys lots of products, and they can join the business and get a 15% discount. They would get that 15% straight away. Or you can come in as what's called a forever business owner or an assistant supervisor, and that's going to give you 30% profit straight away on any products that you sell, plus you would get a 5% bonus paid on the 15th of the month. Now most people come in through this route because this is where you're going to get your business pack. So you're going to get all of those best-selling products and you're going to get all your business material. For the novice customer, that would be through buying £100 worth of products. So when you've come in as a business owner, you're an assistant supervisor, and the next level you're going to look to move to is what we call a supervisor. And to get to the supervisor level, all you need to do is put 25 case credits through your business. But that's not just you putting that through, it's you and your team. So all your case credits include yourself and people within your team. When you do that, you can see that you're then going to get a pay rise. So you're still going to get your 30% profit, but you're then also going to get paid an 8% bonus. You will then get an additional 3% of anybody in your team who is an assistant supervisor. And that's going to give you an income of anywhere around £250 per month. And that's with around 3 to 5 people in your team. You would then be looking to move on to what we call an assistant manager, and that's where you put through 75 case credits over 2 months. Again, you're going to get your 30% profit, but then you're getting a 13% bonus on top of that. So really, you're getting around about 43% off your products, and then your team bonus starts to increase. So the way that the bonus works is you would get the difference between what you get as a bonus and then anybody in your team. So you can see Flo there. Flo gets 8% because Flo's a supervisor. And then you're going to get the difference between that, which is 5%. And then you've got assistant managers, and you're going to get an 8% difference. So typically you'd have between 10 to 15 people in your team, and you'd be looking to earn anywhere above £600 per month. Then we've got the manager level. Now this is the manager level that unlocks the doors to everything else. So when you get to manager, you'll have put through 120 case credits over 2 months. You'll still get your 30% profit. You're then getting an extra 18% on top of that. So you can equate that to 48% off your products. So you're pretty much getting your products at half price at this point. Then you can see, again, you're getting paid the difference between anybody in your team. So we've got somebody as a supervisor, they get 8%, so you're going to earn 10% on their business. Flo in the picture there, she's doing really well, she's right behind you, and she's got to the assistant manager level, so she gets 13%. You're going to earn 5% on Flo's business. And then you've got an assistant supervisor who still gets 5% bonus, but you're going to get the difference between you and them, which is 13%. So with a team, when you get to the manager level, your team's going to be around about 15 to 25 in a team, and you'd be looking to earn in the region of 1,200 per month. So that just explains a little bit more about how we all get paid. Don't worry if you don't understand it. I know it's a lot of figures, and whoever invited you onto the webinar tonight can explain that in a little bit more detail. Now, this is the really exciting bit, because we get what's called a royalty style income. And you qualify for this royalty style income once you get to the manager level. And all you have to do is help to develop other managers within your business. So you can see we've got Flo, Mo and Joe, who are all managers within your business. So you're still getting your 48%, but then so are they, because they're all managers. And there's no difference in the bonus payments. But what Forever will do is pay you 6% on Flo's business, because you've helped Flo really closely to get to manager. They're then going to pay you 3% of Mo's business, because you've probably helped Flo to help Mo. And then you're going to get 2% of Joe's business, because you'll have helped Flo and Mo to help Joe get to manager. So what that means is you as a manager will be earning your 1,200 per month. You'll then get a payment of around about £900 a month from Flo's business, £450 per month from Mo's business, and £300 per month from Joe's business. So the royalty you're getting is 1,650 per month, added to your own business. That's around about £2,850. And that's based on an average manager business. Now, I know certainly in our team, our managers are definitely not average. So the kind of income that they are earning is absolutely phenomenal. And the best bit is you can have as many lines of these managers as you want. So you can just imagine having 5 lines, what your income's going to be then. Absolutely crazy, but so achievable. So with the royalty style income, all you're looking to do is build managers, and you can build them absolutely anywhere. So you can have them in any of the 158 countries that we operate in. So if you know people who live abroad, then they can be part of your business. They can build a team. And also what happens is you get paid a bonus from them. So you'll come home one night and you'll have a bonus check lying on your doormat, which is absolutely amazing. So the types of income that you can expect from a manager business, you're looking to earn around about £20,000. For a senior manager, that's somebody who's helped 2 people get to that manager position, they're going to earn around about £35,000. A soaring manager is somebody who's helped 5 managers. They're going to earn around about £60,000. Then we have sapphire manager, £120,000. Diamond sapphire manager, £200,000. And diamond manager, £350,000. Now we have 1 diamond manager in the UK, and they are actually millionaires now, and that's on the back of their Forever business. And we have a few diamond sapphire managers. We have loads of sapphire managers and absolutely loads of soaring managers. So it just goes to show how achievable these positions are. If you just take a look at soaring manager for a moment there, so that's helping 5 people get to manager. If you can help 1 person get to that manager level over the next 5 years, you would be earning around about £60,000 per year. If you stayed doing what you are doing now, would you be earning £60,000 a year in 5 years' time? If the answer is no, then you need to seriously look at this business, because it is absolutely changing lives. And it doesn't stop there. We've got what's called the Earned Incentive Scheme. This is also known as Car Plan. So you heard Kate say before that she now gets paid, her Audi gets paid for by the company. I'm not sure if it might be the same as the one in the picture there, actually. And lots of people are achieving this as well. I get my car paid for, and quite a few people just put the money towards something else as well, because the money just gets paid straight into your bank account. So you can pay it off mortgage if that's what you wanted to do. You could put it towards nursery fees. I know one of the girls, she just puts it in a little fund for a little boy. You can do whatever you want. And all you do to achieve this incentive is get your business to a certain level. And that's been achieved within months of being in the business. We then have global travel. So we go to 2 destinations every year. This year it is, or it was, Singapore. So all the business owners that qualified went to Singapore in April, and then they're all jetting off to Cancun next week. So the destinations that they're going to are absolutely amazing. They're all the 5-star hotels. It's all expenses paid, but you get spending money as well, and there's just nothing to spend it on. So it's absolutely crazy. If you can see the hotel in the picture there, that's the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. Now, this is a really luxury 5-star hotel, and that's where everybody stayed back in April. The kind of people that go there, David Beckham stayed there the month before, so it really does attract the really high caliber people. So next year we will be jetting off to Johannesburg in South Africa, so that's in April, and then we're all going off to Greece as well for a nice sunny holiday in October next year. But whilst we're in Johannesburg, we will be receiving what's called the chairman's bonus. Now, because we're privately owned, Rex can do whatever he wants with his money. So what Rex has decided he wants to do is give that back to business owners. So because we don't do any kind of advertising, and we as business owners do the advertising for the company, what Rex does is he then just gives us some money back. And the basic principle is the more people that you help through the business, the bigger your check's going to be. And you can see there's some amazing figures on those checks. So they range from $3,500 up to $1 million. Absolutely crazy. So you're probably wondering how you're going to build a team. It's very much like your customer base in that absolutely anybody can join this business. You don't need to have any kind of certain background. You don't need to have any like professional training or anything like that. It's the kind of job where you earn as you learn, which means it's really good for anybody to join. And you don't know what's going on in somebody's life. So by you sharing this opportunity with them, you might be just handing them that lifeline that they need. It might be somebody just wants something different in their life, they want a new challenge, but you don't know until you just go out there and share it with them. So all you would do is identify somebody as a potential team member. You would contact them and show them a little bit of information. You would then bring them to a business presentation or invite them to one online like this one now. And then you would just get them started. And that would be through a planning meeting. Then this is our business cycle. And all you do is go around this business cycle. So you've got your potential team member, you contact them, show them, you bring them to the business presentation, and then you get started. And then that's you in the middle there. So you determine how fast you want to go around that wheel. It's your business at the end of the day, and the only difference between you starting now and those who are successful in the company, who are earning a lot of money, is that they've just been around that cycle a lot more times. So you can just go around that as many times as you want. So what I'm going to do now is invite a couple of people just to tell you a little bit about their experience with Forever and how it's affected their lives. So I would like to ask Melissa just if she could come on and tell us about hers.